Imagine it's June 28th, 1914. You are part of a cheering crowd in Sarajevo. You are there to cheer on Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife, Sophie. As they ride past you, you cheer more. Suddenly, you see an object hit the hood of their car. This is followed by an explosion. You fly back and hit a wall. You get taken to a hospital. While holding on to dear life, you hear 3 gunshots. Minutes later, you get word that the Archduke and Duchess are dead. Archduke Franz Ferdinand Karl Ludwig Joseph Maria of Austria was born on December 18, 1863, under the reign of his uncle, Francis Joseph I. That's right, Franz Ferdinand was never meant to be king. The throne was supposed to go to Francis Joseph's son, Rudolf, Crown Prince of Austria. Rudolf died in 1889 by suicide or murder, depending on what theory you believe in. Franz Ferdinand started making his impact as a young child. He joined the military when he was 12 years old and became a major general by 31. He met his future wife, Sophia Chotek, in 1894. He was allowed to marry her in the year 1900, not without intense family disagreement in the process. Franz Ferdinand became the heir presumptive in 1896 when his own father passed away due to typhoid. He was more proactive compared to the rest of the royal family. He realized quite early on that due to Austria-Hungary being quite diverse, he couldn't allow any one group to take precedence over the others. He understood how precarious the situation was and how the empire was on edge. He proposed numerous plans, including a triple monarchy between the 3 dominant ethnic groups. He also proposed dividing the federal government into 16 states. However, the existing elite establishment was absolutely against both plans. They even suggested that Franz Ferdinand was unbalanced due to the notorious and quite famous inbreeding in the Habsburg family. He proposed these plans to especially subdue Serbian separatists who wanted to join the Serbian state. The Archduke also continued his influence in the military. He became Inspector General of the Army in 1913. Personally, Franz Ferdinand was a wonderful father and husband. He had a great family life and he had 3 children with his wife. Publicly, however, he wasn't known to be quite the charming man. He was known to be angry, short-tempered, and impatient. His public image was never good. He also didn't have a great relationship with the Emperor, Francis Joseph I, his uncle, over disagreements with politics. On June 28, 1914, on his marriage anniversary, along with his wife, Archduke Franz Ferdinand traveled to the province of Bosnia. He was not welcome for a large part of the population. This part of the country was populated with Serbs and wanted to immediately join the neighboring kingdom of Serbia. The date chosen to show the power of the Habsburg regime was not a popular one. June 28th was the day that Serbia lost to Turkey in a battle in 1389. On this day, the Archduke and Duchess were told that they might be a target of an assassination attempt. However, they ignored it as the Duchess was usually never allowed to be in public alongside her husband. Franz Ferdinand usually was apprehensive about assassination as many attempts were made. While on the route towards City Hall, a grenade was thrown at them. The driver saw it and sped up. It bounced off their car and exploded under the car that was behind them. Upon reaching City Hall, the heir presumptive displayed the short temper he was famous for. After leaving, he decided to visit a hospital where certain victims of the explosion were. The drivers, however, were confused. The Royals' driver took a wrong turn where a 19-year-old Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip was waiting. Princip shot Sophie in the stomach. The Archduke was shot in the neck and leg. As the driver immediately sped to the hospital, the Archduke and Duchess died in minutes. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the immediate cause of World War I. Austria blamed Serbia for the assassination and declared war on them. Austria formed an alliance with Germany and Italy. Serbia formed an alliance with Russia, France, and the United Kingdom. Tensions escalated and a full-blown war ensued. It lasted for 4 years. By the end, Austria lost and the Austro-Hungarian Empire was divided up. The great Habsburg family was brought down after 650 years in power by 2 bullets from the pistol of a teenager.